let's talk about a topic not many want to talk about, not many can talk about, because it's not that pleasant or anything like that. But let's kind of break down and discuss and dispel a lot of the bullshit out there about shilling, sellout, affiliate, honesty, dishonesty. Let's give it a little bit of a talk-see. There's a lot of bullshit information out there and a lot of uneducated people that don't understand the difference between shilling, which I think is a very uneducated word to use when you really don't understand anything. People who sell out and aren't being as transparent, which essentially both are the same. It's essentially a channel, a person, a brand working with another company or some client, and they're not fully honest about they're being paid, that's a paid advertisement, or maybe that something was sent to them, etc. And usually it's like everything has to be good. That's the whole sellout, shill bullshit going on around the blogs and YouTube and everything like that. And I think 99, if not 99.9% of the channels on here don't fall under this. And the channels that spread that they do, once again, are the uneducated, jealous, and they actually fall into hypocrisy themselves because they also don't admit or reveal that they're working with some companies as well. So you really have to watch and learn and educate yourself on who you're watching and their intentions as well. But from personal experience, I know some of the bigger channels on here. Some of them become friends, some become very good friends. And I will say that they're not shills, they're not sellouts, and they do disclose on everything that they're doing. And, it comes down to Squarespace and everything like that. You see the sponsorship there. People clearly say that, and they have to list that. A lot of this shell-out stuff is, like, as I said, not being super transparent, but you legally have to be. You're required. It's regulation. And that's where the issue comes, that people get in trouble when they're not transparent. You have to put in your title or hashtag ad or in your video description near the top of the description that this is a paid advertisement, that this is more of a commercial type of thing that you're doing. But there are professional ways to do it as well. Just because someone is being paid to do something doesn't mean they're not giving informative content or constructive criticism. There are plenty of channels on here that have done ads and everything, and they have given constructive criticism as well, and that really helps in our industry. A lot of this stuff pops up around press events, which is a really, really big thing to a lot of the troll and shill community out there, with Sony, Nikon, Canon, etc., and really what goes on at press events and how much you're being paid and, etc. So I'm going to fill you in there because this ties in. So I did have a chance to go on a few press events, and I've really only been on one, and that was last year with Sony for the Sony a7 III release. And once again, that was a great experience, and you really learn a lot about the industry. You get to meet all the other, press people there, photographers, bloggers, and everything. And it really shows that we have an awesome community. The misconception that comes out is that, Sony paid every single person to be there. The only thing Sony does is provide for most likely your travel and your lodging, but you are not being paid for your time. The reason you go out there is to help educate you guys and girls out there on the newest thing. And it doesn't matter if you like it or don't like it. It's just information going to you. It's a press event. It doesn't fall under shilling, selling out. It falls under, hey, I've got a camera and I'm getting educated on it, and I can give you educated information and stuff out there. Now, sometimes shady stuff does happen with companies and they don't disclose certain information and everything, but that's not a fault of the reviewer, especially when you ask technicians. So if anything, that's not against the person or the brand making it. That's against maybe the camera company. So once again, people do not make a dime from these things. And for a lot of the people, and they can't say it, it's kind of not worth their time, because sometimes they go out there expecting another thing and maybe a camera release, and then maybe it's just a flash or a lens, and you're like, I wasted all the time I could be in studio for this. So stop thinking surface level. Stop looking at these channels that are like, oh, these sellouts because they went to an event. That is pure jealousy, and that's their own fault that they're not professional enough or educated enough to be able to experience that. So a press event is literally just a press event. You go there, you do whatever they ask you to do in regards to like the event times and everything like that, so you can get hands-on with gear, present informed information to you guys and girls. You get out there, and it's just an opportunity to help you buy or just learn more about something, which is the complete opposite of shilling when you're not honest about something. And in regards to just the whole YouTube sellout or shill thing. You know, there is a difference between fanboyism and shilling. Fanboyism is you could be very, very dedicated to liking your certain brand, your Sony, your Fuji, your Canon, etc., your mirrorless, your DSLR. But there then becomes a different point to where, you know, a couple channels or a few channels out there, they take that a step beyond, and then that's the stuff that's an issue. That's the stuff that's not being covered. But a lot of the stuff is in regards to selling out as well, and do affiliate links kind of selling out, or asking for PayPal donations and everything like that? How does all that, you know, go about? Once again, I think sellout is another bad term to use, and it's another uneducated term to use because it's another bullshit thing just to look negative. You have to break that down to, like I said, to is someone being transparent or not? And the whole thing you should be like, is it transparent? Transparency is the biggest thing to use, and honesty or dishonesty. A lot of the channels out there, like myself, once again, they're regulated to say if they are using an affiliate link, you know, and that way you know what you're clicking on and you're helping out to support them. Because I don't understand the misconception about affiliate links. You know, you're not being necessarily paid to post that affiliate link. If you are, you would disclose that. The only thing literally an affiliate link is just for something that a user or a potential customer may click on, which they're already going to buy, just to help out someone who's essentially doing videos for free. That's what this stuff is. This is free videos. You're not paying a subscription to this stuff. This isn't Twitch. This is YouTube. It's free. You're watching this video for free, for example, but it's a super dead argument, and it's really just a waste of fucking time. But when you go out there and beg for Patreon, you know, things, or you beg for PayPal donations, and you say affiliate links are part of the shill and sellout hypocrisy, you know, you're full of fucking shit. And I know there's only a few people out there that really believe in that cult religion of that, and I'm very, very glad of that. But it's simply not true. If you think there's any kind of connection between begging and not being transparent, that you're asking for money, I don't know, maybe you have to mature a little bit, even though if you're like 40 to 60 years old. But other than that, there is nothing wrong with affiliate links. You're already going to buy something. You can help out someone. That's all. I don't know. You know, support whoever you watch by using an affiliate link. If you're already going to buy something, it does not cost you, the user, extra money. If anything, it helps for a lot of free information that you've given. Like I said, you really have to look at the transparent honesty on whoever you're watching, and I think that's one of the biggest things. You really got to know who's kind of a hypocrite or not, but that's just being aware of yourself, going through other, you know, the channel's videos or blogs, posts, to really see what's behind the writer and maybe who sponsors them or whatever. But then that's another thing I want to cover is like sponsored videos, sponsored posts, or getting sent gear, or, you know, just making videos. And there is a blend of all. There are sponsored videos where, you know, a company will pay someone to review their gear. Someone like Canon or Sony or whatever sends their camera to someone, you know, ahead of time, possibly pays them a couple bucks, really just to kind of feature it on their channel. And usually it's a very informed decision, and there's none of the dishonesty there. And that's one of the things I urge as, you know, content creators out there. Please make more constructive criticism videos about things. If you think there are problems, that's the only thing that helps our community get better gear for what we need. And the last thing I want to touch upon is just being sent gear but not being paid for it. Now, you could say that that's kind of dumb on maybe, you know, my end, because a lot of the stuff I do, like I'll go through like B&H, and I don't, you know, maybe I'll throw an affiliate link there, but I'm not paid. I literally get no money, except maybe if someone uses an affiliate link, which is pennies on half a pennies on a dollar. But I take no money, really. I've only done one sponsored video before, and that was for like, it was some like stock website that you could use and like help with like a website type of thing, and that was years ago, and I really didn't get paid much for that. But I really took it upon myself not to really ask for money or get money, but to mainly have access to gear, so that way I could share my honest thoughts and really help to inform. So there is a difference between being sponsored and just getting gear. Yes, you're getting gear from a company. They want you to talk good about it, but it also humbles them when you say, hey, I'm going to talk good about it, but I'm also going to talk about, you know, the negatives and things that need to be improved. And that's what comes down to the host of the channel and the information that's coming off, and you to distinguish if, hey, I like watching this person because of how they come off, or, you know what, maybe this person's giving good information, but I'm not really into their vibe, so I'm piecing out. So I don't think it's really a chill sellout vibe. I think it's mainly just, I'm going to disagree with you because you're not saying good things about my camera, my lens, or my brand. That's mainly the problem here. The shill thing is bullshit. Once again, it's an uneducated terminology, and you really have to watch people that are saying that and spreading the hate about, you know, affiliate links and other channels and the hypocrisy behind their own as well. But I don't really need to know your thoughts 100% about this. I just wanted to make, you know, my own view. I'm in the scene. I'm in our community. I've gone to, you know, a press event or two, and I know a lot of the influencers out there and other channels, and I've heard a lot of things. And so here's the information. I'm going to call it a shill out. Shill sellout thing is bullshit. There's just honesty, dishonesty, transparency, not transparency. And I think they're pretty obvious on where they all go and where they, you know, if not, like I said, if not, they are legally required by regulation. If not, they can get in trouble, fined, and everything if information is not disclosed. But that's everything you need to know. That's the inside scoop. Some of you are going to hate this video because I called you uneducated or something like that, but mature the fuck up. Simple as that.